came home early, saw my empty stocking, then heard whispering and froze in the kitchen. I bought stockings for everyone in our house this Christmas, and mine was the only one staying empty. I'd never had a stocking before. Growing up, my parents didn't do Christmas like that, just one practical gift. So when my boyfriend said, "Let's do stockings for all of us," I actually teared up. We live with 3 roommates and our dog, so I went all in. I made a list and spent a Saturday at Target, dropping $127 on little stuff. I grabbed mini bottles for the roommates who like to drink, those fancy Bombas socks, and a weird Japanese candy kit one roommate once mentioned. I got my 2 female roommates their favorite chocolate-covered espresso beans, and for the basement guy who collects enamel pins, I found a few cool ones. I even bought our dog overpriced organic treats because I wanted it to feel like a real holiday house. I hung all the stockings on the mantle on November 28th. My boyfriend laughed and said it wasn't even December, but I didn't care. Most mornings before work, I'd sneak downstairs and add one small thing to each stocking. Watching them get fuller made me happy. Mine hung right in the middle, bright red, just waiting. By mid-December, everyone else's stocking was getting thick, and mine still looked like a flat sock. I kept telling myself they were saving mine for the end, like a surprise. Then December 20th rolled around, and the others were overflowing. The dog had a bone sticking out. One roommate even rearranged hers to fit more stuff. Nobody touched mine. My boyfriend kept saying, "These look so festive," but he never said a word about mine being empty. I started noticing how easy it was for everyone to walk right past it. Coffee in hand, glance at their own, grab something, laugh, keep moving. My empty stocking just hung there like it didn't belong. On December 22nd, we were watching TV, and I could see it out of the corner of my eye the whole time. I almost asked, "Did we forget mine?" But I stopped. I didn't want to sound needy or ruin the whole thing by complaining. I kept staring at that empty red stocking on the mantle. That night I barely slept. I kept thinking how I'd waited my whole life to have this one silly Christmas movie moment, and it felt like it was slipping away. The next day, December 23rd, work let us go early. I got home around 3:30, and the house was quiet in that weird way that makes you listen harder. Then I heard low whispering from the kitchen, like urgent, tight voices. I walked in, and everyone was huddled around the counter. The second they saw me, they froze. My boyfriend went pale. One roommate jumped. The basement guy bumped his coffee and it spilled a little. On the table were 5 Amazon boxes in different sizes, all with my name on them. I just stared, because my brain couldn't decide if I should feel relieved or embarrassed. My boyfriend broke the silence and said, "Okay, don't freak out, but we have a problem." Then it all spilled out at once. They'd made a group chat without me weeks ago called Operation Stocking. They were planning mine like a secret project because I told my boyfriend I'd never had one before. They split it up on purpose. My boyfriend took games and books, and the roommates covered fancy snacks, skincare stuff, and vinyl records I'd said I missed. They ordered everything together on someone's Prime account, and it was all supposed to arrive by December 15th, so they could fill my stocking in one shot. But the shipments kept getting delayed, again and again, and they'd been panicking and refreshing tracking like crazy. My roommate shoved her phone at me, and it was just message after message. "Still not here. Call support. What if it shows up after Christmas?" One of them had called Amazon 3 times that morning. My boyfriend looked wrecked and said, "We wanted yours to be special, and we bought way too much." I started crying right there, which made everyone panic, but I was laughing too, because I finally understood why my stocking was still empty. They kept telling me, "Go upstairs, don't look," and I could hear tape ripping and people rushing around. Early the next morning, December 24th, I woke up at 6 a.m. to use the bathroom and walked past the living room. I stopped because my stocking wasn't on the mantle anymore. It was on the floor, because it was so full it had ripped right off the hook. Stuff was spilling out around it, boxes and wrapped lumps they clearly couldn't fit. My boyfriend was asleep on the couch in yesterday's clothes, surrounded by wrapping paper and tape. Now they're saying I ruined Christmas by doubting them. Was I wrong?